happening, guys? Welcome back to the channel. This is AtrioxReacts, and we're back with another reaction. So today we're gonna be doing Bad Omens, Specter. Have I done a Bad Omens song on the channel yet? I don't think I have, which is crazy because I actually really like Bad Omens, but I initially got into them before I started doing reactions. This was like a way back. I feel like they weren't even like, nobody really knew about them back then. Like, it's crazy because like when I first heard them, it kind of reminded me of old school, like Bring Me to Horizon. But I feel like as their sounds gotten better, gotten more, as they progress, their sound has changed a little bit. Like, I'm actually really interested to see what they're doing with the newer stuff. I haven't heard any of their, I feel like I haven't heard any newer stuff, right? Like, what was the most recent album from Bad Omens? I feel like it's been a while since I've actually checked out a Bad Omens project. I think I might have checked out the one. Let's see. I wanted to check their albums real quick to see if I've seen all of them. No, I've seen. Oh, they haven't dropped the album in 3 years. Really? Huh. Wait, is that album fully out? No, it's just one song. Okay, yeah. So I've actually caught up. I thought I was a little bit more out of the loop than I was. So anyways, we're gonna check this out. This is Bad Omens Specter. If you guys can, leave a like, comment, subscribe to the channel if you're new here. We're at 699 subs right now, so it'd be great to get that up to that 700 mark. If you guys can, let's jump into the reaction and see, let's see what Bad Omens has got cooking with this one. This is Specter. Kind of gives me a kind of a Resident Evil type of vibe.
Oh, I can't leave, but I can't be in this place. This must all be an illusion, skipping frames, years of living.
What the hell?
With a cold
Creepy. I really like the piano.
Every time I think I'm safe, do you feel love? I know I don't. With no one to hold. Do you feel love? Love? Do you feel love? When you're alone. Oof. Do you feel it?
I feel like, oh, ooh, that kind of gave me goosebumps a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. Like, do you feel love when you're alone? That's like, if you're like a depressed person, even if you like have a girlfriend or boyfriend or a husband or wife, like, when you're by yourself, like, and you're in your own headspace, like, it's hard not to, especially if you have depression, it's hard not to, like, I guess, question things, especially like if you're in a relationship, like where are they cheating or do this and that, and like if you're loved and that like that person has you and they trust you and you trust them, you don't have to worry about things like that. But like certain people, other minds kind of like question that. I'm not gonna lie, I do that every now and then, but that's just because I've had bad experiences in the past with relationships. So that's more of a me thing than actual a them thing, which I've learned to grow out of and just kind of deal with it. And like to truly feel loved, especially as a man, it's hard. I think it's hard for men to accept it more because a lot of times, like, women and children are loved unconditionally, but men are not, if that makes sense. Like, I'm sure that'll make sense to a lot of the guys out there, but that's deep. That's so deep, bro. I like it.
With no one to hold. Do you feel love? Love? Do you feel love? When you're alone. Do you feel it all? Do you feel love? Love? Do you feel
gonna talk about that part where he's like, when you're alone and you have no one to hold. Like, you know, just put a little myself out there a little bit. Before I started dating my girlfriend now, I had my girlfriend before this. We broke up, and personally, I didn't know how to handle that situation. So like the first like month and a half to 2 months, I was depressed, bro. It was bad. Like I didn't know what to do, because like when you spent so much time with somebody, like on the phone all the time, going out, hanging out, doing stuff every week, like it, and you just suddenly can't do that no more. It's very hard to accept that. You know what I mean? Like if that makes sense. Like it's hard to accept that the person that, you know, you spent so much time with, and like thinking, you know, we have certain thoughts like, well, you're gonna be with that person for like the rest of your life, and then that kind of goes away, and then like, you know, you're in a dark space, and like I kind of understand like not having someone to hold and having someone that's could hold you down. Like, you know, it messes with your head. Like it really does mess with your head. You know, luckily for me, I was able to come out of that on my own, and was able to, you know, I started going to the gym, started going, taking myself out to eat, you know, stuff like that. I kind of like took me out of that bad space, and to the point where I met my girl now. So like, yeah, that particular space sucks, but like you can pull yourself out of it if you really want to. You can pull yourself out of it. Self-care is the best care. You know what I mean? There's a quote that Will Smith said like a long time ago, and basically he says that you shouldn't be someone's happiness, and someone else shouldn't be your happiness. You guys should be happy individually, and then come together and make each other happy. That way, if something was to happen, you know, you're able to deal with the situation better, because like that person wasn't your sole source of happiness, which I learned the hard way. You know, investing as much time as I did into that relationship, and kind of it going away, it left an impression on me that I'll probably never forget, because you know, having someone and then losing them, and then like having them just like not around at all, it creates a different kind of like a feeling. But now that I'm past that and everything like that, I just look at it as a good experience, because it made me figure out who I was as a person, and like change who I am, so that I was able to deal with it and like be more, it helped me grow for sure. So
Something you missed that made you who you were. 'Cause I've kept my distance, it just made it worse. But I learned to live with the way that it hurts. Something you missed that made you who you were. 'Cause I've kept my distance, it just made it worse. But I learned to live with the way that it hurts.
damn, because that Titans coming out of nowhere. Now look at this video, bro. Dude, I'm getting that static of this video, bro. Dude, I ain't gonna lie. There's so many horror kind of like Easter eggs in this. It's so cool to see. Like, I actually really like that big ass like Titan looking things in the background, and the creepy guy in the forest playing around with the little lake puddle. Like, even this kind of reminds me of like Jeepers Creepers. Like, it's sick, dude. Actually, you know, I like horror. Horror is like one of my favorite genres, and like it's cool to me, because like I feel bad for my girl, because my girl, like, she does not like horror stuff like at all, but she will choose to do that because she wants to conquer her fear of horror, and like she knows I like to watch it, so she'll force herself to do it, you know, just for me. So I always thought that was pretty cool, and like I love that about her. But you know, this is cool, bro. This whole video was so fire, bro. Like I like it. I like the message in the song. I like everything we saw. The aesthetic of the video was like more of a horror thing. I wonder if they're gonna be doing like a more darker kind of thing for the rollout for their video, for their new album. Yeah, but this video was super cool, bro. I really dig, like I said, I dig the aesthetic of the video. Like I like horror stuff, and for me, like the whole the whole choice of like instrumentals was cool for me, because like I really like how it sounded like almost like a Resident Evil type theme, like from the older games, which I'm a huge fan of. Like the dark theme with the piano always sounds great to me, bro. So like I really like that aspect of it. You know, I like the message, you know, especially with people, if you struggle and you're single and you know, maybe feel resentment or something like that towards people who are in a relationship, just remember it's not your time for it right now. Like you don't want to rush into a relationship and just like be put in the situation that where you're in a bad relationship, whether, you know, I think it's more about, as tough as it is, like just waiting for it to happen, bro. Like you can't force it to happen. Like if you want to be in a good relationship, it's best to just let it happen, bro. Because I tried to force it myself, and like it never works out. It didn't work out until I stopped forcing it and just kind of focused on myself, and I met my current girlfriend. So like for me, like I've been in that space before. I understand how people could feel like loneliness and like wanting the touch of somebody. It's difficult, but one day you'll get a person that's going to treat you right and is going to talk to you the way you want to be talked to and love everything about you. So it's better to wait and like, you know, just kind of like handle stuff you need to handle in your life for right now, so that the person you're with, you know, you're in a better space. But anyways, guys, this song was super fireball. Like I said, I love the song. I'm definitely adding this to the playlist. But it's Bad Omens. I like every Bad Omens song. So we're gonna check out more from them as they drop, you know, newer songs and stuff like that. I'm sure their rollout will be happening soon to where they start dropping more songs. But anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. I'm out. Peace.